Okay, let's start this out. This is our MS Word document fixed Gutfeld analysis, and we're going to just open this up really quick. And what we should have here is this document. Now it says fixed Gutfeld analysis up here, which lets me know that it is still kind of in compatibility mode and it's not really saved on my computer. So I'm going to save this first. So I'm going to go save as, and I'm going to put just Dr. K here. You could put your name, and I'm going to save it to my desktop. And then I'm going to close it, and I'm going to open up the Dr. K from my desktop. Where is it? You can probably see it. I can't. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, and so this is the one that says Dr. K, so I know that it's going to save for me. All right. So let's start this out. We're going to get rid of, it says replace this with heading 1, 24-point bold centered Gutfeld analysis. So that means I get rid of ideology here, and I'm going to highlight it. Now, a lot of you are just going to want to make it 24-point, bold, and centered, and you're just going to call it a day, but that's really going to mess you up later. So I'm going to tell you, you need to put this into heading 1. So how do I do that? Well, on a Mac, I'm going up to Format, going to Style, and then they're all mixed up. They're in alphabetical order, but it's not the most important thing first. So I'm just going to start typing heading, and then I'm just going to click on heading 1, apply. Then I'm going to go to take this, and I'm going to center it, and then I'm going to make it 24-point because it's not 24-point. All right, so it is 24-point bold centered heading 1, and then I'm going to go here where it says eliminate this and insert header Keith M with a page number right aligned. So I'm going to highlight Keith M, and I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to get rid of this. And in order to create a heading, I'm going to go up here into the heading, and I'm going to click twice. Click, 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 click. Okay, so I'm in heading. And when I open heading, you'll see that it says page number here. So I'm just going to click on page number, choose page number. I'm going to make it on the right. And there it is, and then I'm going to go just in front of it with that, and I'm going to control, well, it's the little command key, the Apple key, and V, and that is going to put Keith M in there, and then I'm going to put a space. Remember I copied it before? Yeah, so now I pasted it. But I don't want this on the first page, because usually in an MLA document, we don't want to put that on the first page. So we're going to go up here to different first page. Click. All right, and it disappears, but you'll see that it's still here for page 2. Right. So now I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to try to do the next edit, but I have to get out of my page header. So I'm going to click on this page down here by the title. I'm going to click it twice. Click, click, and that should bring me back to the page. Yay! Okay. So this says make this a heading 2 bold 14-point left aligned. So I'm going to highlight it. I'm going to go up here again, remember to format, and I'm going to change the style, and I'm going to change it to heading. So I start typing heading, and it's going to be heading 2, and I'm going to apply. Okay, now that is already, it should already be 14. It's not showing up as 14, so I'm going to make sure that it is. All right, so now I have a couple more of these titles, so I'm just going to go take care of all of them right now, just quickly. Here's one called Tone, and again, I'm going to go up to Format, Style, Heading, 2, Apply, and I'm going to go keep going down here. There's another one called Appeal, and I'm going to Format, Style, Heading, 2, Apply, and then one last one, which is Works Cited. Now it says to put this left aligned, but it's the Works Cited, and I know that it needs to be in the center. So I'm going to change this to Format, Style, Heading, 2, Apply, and then I'm going to put it in the center. There we go. All right, so I have all the titles done. I'm going to go up here again to the top, and I'm going to start working on the next thing. It says Greg Gutfeld is a conservative columnist. Now it says, oh wait, see this? This is still here. It disappeared from my other things that I did, but the comment is still here for this one because it's still, when you erase some of the text, it'll erase the comment, but I didn't, so I have to get rid of this comment first. So there's two ways to do that. You can go up here into review and highlight this, and then it says delete. You could just click and it will delete your comment. Or you can go in here and you could right click if you have a right click mouse. If you don't, by the way, anytime you want to right click but you don't have a right click mouse because you have a Mac, you can hold down your control key, your command key, the Apple key, and you can click with the click with the one button and it'll work just like a right click. So, okay, so now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to say delete comment. All right, so that's done. Now it says to insert a picture of Greg Gutfeld, align it right, and put a caption that reads Greg Gutfeld. Right, this is much easier to do in a PC than a Mac, but I'm going to teach you how to do it. So I'm going to highlight Greg Gutfeld and I'm going to copy it. And then I'm going to click off of it because I don't want to get rid of it when I start working. All right. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a browser window. So I'm going to open up Chrome, and I'm going to paste in the name by doing Command V as in Victor. Okay, what's going on with my paste? So I pasted Greg Gutfeld like that. And I'm going to go into images. So I have a whole bunch of pictures of Greg Gutfeld. This one's a nice one. It's looking impossibly handsome. Okay, for him, because he's not an attractive man usually. Sorry, Greg. Okay, so I'm going to grab this, and I'm just going to right click on this picture. And you'll see when you do that, it says save image as. And I'm going to save that. Actually, I think I'm going to copy the image. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy it, and let's see what happens. I'm going to go back into my document. So, and I'm going to go right here in front of Greg Gutfeld, okay? And I'm going to do Command V as in Victor. Oh, there it is. Hey, that worked. Okay, so he's really big here, and we don't want him to be so big. If I take it from the top and I make him smaller, he's going to be short and fat. And if I take him from the side and I move in, he's going to be tall and skinny. So I want to keep the aspect ratio, the ratio of length versus width, together by grabbing it from the corner and dragging it towards the middle. And I can just keep dragging that till he's the right size, whatever size that is. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is when I click on this, it's going to open up a new tab. It's called Picture Format. So I'm going to click on that tab, and well, actually, I guess it's, yeah, so Picture Format. And then I'm going to hit Position. Do you see Position? Yeah. Okay. Click, and I'm going to choose the one that's on the right, like this. All right. So the picture goes way over here, which is perfect. Now I'm going to just drag it down, and it's supposed to be even with the first line. So I'm going to do even with the first line and even with the side. So I'm thinking if I eyeball it that's probably good. I'm just going to drop it. Drop. Okay, now I want to add a caption that reads Greg Gutfeld. Okay, so I'm going to click on the picture again, and of all things, of all the weird things, I'm going to go to References. And in References, it should have Insert Caption. So I'm going to click on Insert Caption, and I'm just going to put a space after figure 1, and then I'm going to paste in his name, which should still be, I guess it isn't. I'm just going to type it in, Greg Gutfeld. All right, and then I hit OK. All right, so it's right under his picture, and I'm just going to erase the figure 1 by highlighting it and just hitting a backspace. And there you go. Okay, so I'm going to put this in a nice position right under him. And then I'm going to do something that is really cool. So this is a trick that will keep your photo and the caption together, and it'll also keep it from messing up the rest of your layout later. So this is highlighted, as you know, because it's got the little squares around it. And I'm going to hold down the Shift key and click on the picture so that they're both highlighted. Do you see that? Okay. Now I'm going to go up here to Layout, and I'm going to go to Group, and then I'm going to group it. So now it's one thing. So I can move this around together and it'll keep the caption with it, and it'll keep it from messing up with your layout. All right, so that's good. So we got that all done. Greg is captioned and they're ready to go. I'm going to get rid of this by just right-clicking, and I'm going to choose Delete Comment, and he's gone. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start hyperlinking. Okay, day 2 recording for me, so I'm dressed differently. I know it changed, and I also probably have a different document because I couldn't remember which one I had recorded. I guess I could have looked back at the recording, but anyway, I'm going forward with this one. All right, so the next thing we're working on is hyperlinking. So I'm going to look right here. It says hyperlink the Red Eye website, and the thing about it is that the Fox News program Red Eye doesn't exist anymore. So what we're going to hyperlink instead is the Wikipedia article. So we're just going to highlight Fox News program Red Eye. I'm going to right click and copy it, and then I'm going to open my browser. All right, and as you can see, I already looked it up, and here's the URL. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to my document, and I'm just going to highlight Red Eye right here. Okay, now there's 2 ways that I can hyperlink this, and what a hyperlink is when you click on it, it's blue. You've seen them before. When you click on them, they take you to that place. Okay, so we're going to create a hyperlink here. Now we could right click right here, and then there's a hyperlink, or my favorite one, which is to use Command K, and I'm going to stick the address right in here that I got from the Red Eye. Okay, it's right there, and now it's hyperlinked. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one, which is the 5, and I'm going to borrow the Fox News program, the 5, because it's just easier to find it that way. And copy it, and I'm going to open my browser, and I'm going to paste it. And then it's going to go to the 5. There it is, Fox News program, the 5. And then after it comes up, just going to copy this URL, this address, and then I'm going to go quickly off of it because I don't want it to start blaring at me, because it will. And then I'm going to go back to my Word program. I'm going to click on the 5 like this. All right, and I'm going to hit Command K and paste it, which is Command V, and I hit OK. There we go. So there's 5 of them in total. I'm only going to do 2. You can go back and watch that again and again if you need to in order to understand how to do it. I'm going to move on because I don't want to make the recording go on forever. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is it says eliminate all the extra spaces after the paragraph throughout the document. Document should be consistently double spaced. Word made a big change, and I don't know, 2007, something like that, where they put extra spaces after each paragraph, which is not Modern Language Association style. So the English teachers freaked out and said that they would take off points for anyone who didn't put the paragraphs together consistently double space. But of course, they're not going to tell you how to do it. I am. Okay, so here we go. So you click anywhere in the document. It doesn't matter where. And then you hit Control A, all right? That's going to, well, Command A. It's going to highlight the whole document. Okay, now the next thing you're going to do is you're going to go up to Format, and we're going to choose Paragraph. All right, when this is open, what you're going to do is here, it says spacing. I want you to hit the up arrow, it says 0, and after hit 0. So this means that there's no spacing before or after the paragraph. And we want to change the line spacing to double. And I hit OK, and the whole thing is double spaced with no extra spaces. It's perfect. Okay. So we've done that, and then we're going to come to this paragraph. It says increase indent. Now I could be getting rid of all these as I'm going. I'm going to show you how to get rid of them at the end though, but so right now I'm just going to focus on this. I can click anywhere in this paragraph, and then I'm going to go up to the home button. I'm going to click the home tab, and then go over here to the right arrow. It says increase indent. Click. And this is a proper box quotation, which is more than 4 lines from a printed source. 4 or more lines from a printed source. And it has no quotation marks. It's just indented on the left. Okay. I'm going to get rid of this extra space that just exists here, and there's another one later, so we'll get rid of that one too, because we want that consistent double spacing all the way through. Okay, we are almost done, really. Okay, I'm going to go down here to after appeal. It says when Chavez bit the dust, who did we see? I'm going to click on that and hit again this indent, increase indent to make a box quotation, and then I'm going to get rid of this extra space here. Okay, make sure you do all this because I'll get you. I have this really specific grading criteria for this paper because I want it to be perfect. So you have to be perfect, and if you need to watch this video more than once, watch this video more than once. Okay, now we're going to go down here to the bottom, and right here after read, I'm going to put an insert. I'm going to insert a page break. So the reason I'm going to do this is because Works Cited has to be on its own page. Now, I only have one line that's on this extra page, but it doesn't matter. I still have to have a new page for Works Cited. So I'm just going to hit Insert, and I'm going to hit Break, Page Break. Now, it matters on how long or how big your Greg Gutfeld picture is, on how far this is going to go. If you have a blank page right here and this ends on this previous page, then what you do is you just click once on the blank page and hit backspace. It'll get rid of the blank page. All right, so now we're down to this Works Cited, and we have to do 2 things. We have to make this in alphabetical order, and we have to do hanging indent. So all Works Cited pages are in alphabetical order. Do not number them. Do not number them, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight all of these, and I don't really have to highlight to the end because I'm going to be doing this by paragraph. And then I'm going to go up here again into the home button, and there's an A to Z sort. Click on that, and I'm going to hit OK. Now, right away, you're going to see that there's a problem because Y does not come before what. So what is wrong? The problem is there's an extra space here. You can probably see it if you look really carefully. So I'm going to get rid of this extra space, and then I'm going to do it again. So that it is in alphabetical order. I don't know why it didn't do it. Okay, I think it's because I didn't highlight it. Okay, so let's try that again. Okay, now it works. All right. Sometimes I just crack myself up. Okay. Now we have to put this in hanging indent, okay? Now hanging indent means that it's opposite from indent. Instead of the first line coming in, the first line goes out and the second line comes in. So right now we have the first line going in, the second line going out. So we have to do the opposite. So you're just going to highlight all of these, and it's going to be by paragraph, so I don't have to go all the way to the end if I don't want to. And I'm going to choose Format again, Paragraph, and then you're going to see under Indentation that there's a thing that says Special. So I'm going to go to Hanging, and I hit OK. Now, there's another problem. Microsoft Word, I don't know what's wrong with them. It's been a glitch for years, but it goes way out here, and it shouldn't go that far. So if you look and see your ruler, and if you can't see the ruler, what you're going to do is go to View and then click on Ruler, okay? But you should be able to see this ruler here. Okay, what happened? Oh, it went up a page. Okay, so if you can't see this ruler, what's going on is that the hanging indent, as you can see here, is way over here into the margin, and it shouldn't be there. This is the margin right here. So this is the first line of every paragraph. This is all the other lines for the paragraph, and this little square is to move them both. So I'm just going to grab that and I'm going to move it until the first line is lined up with the margin where it should be. Oh, I didn't highlight all of them, so I'm just going to highlight these two and do the same thing. It's alright, you can see me doing it twice. It's okay if I mess up. Alright, so now they're in the right place. Okay, so you would think that we were done, but we're not. Now we're going to go all the way to the top, okay? And I'm going to, just right in front of the G for Gutfeld, I'm going to hit an enter, okay? And then I'm going to go up here in this extra. I'm going to go to References, and I'm going to go to Table of Contents, and I'm just going to click on any one, it doesn't matter. And I have a table of contents. Now, if you do not have a table of contents that looks like this, if it doesn't have Gutfeld Analysis, Intro, Tone, Appeal, and Works Cited, it means that, yeah, you just made it look good, but you didn't use the style. Remember I told you to use the style? Yeah. Okay, well this is why. Because you can't make the table of contents without using style. So here's the table of contents. If you don't have all of them here, you can go back and fix the style on the subheads or on the headings that you didn't do. Alright, so now right here, well actually right in front of the G for Gutfeld, I'm going to insert a page break so that it's on its own page. Now what happened is that this is now wrong because Gutfeld Analysis is not on page 1. So now we have to update this. So I'm going to click on the title table of contents, and it's going to give me this little box, and next to it is this little tiny arrow. I'm going to say update table and OK. And now the updated table is here and everything looks good. Okay, so let's get rid of all of these. So I'm going to click on just one of them, and I'm going to go back to review. And here there is a delete button. If yours is grayed out, it's because you didn't click on one of these. So just click on one first and you'll see the delete, and then there's a little arrow next to it. Click on that and go to delete all comments in document. This is something you're going to need if you use Grammarly, because Grammarly will stick those comments in, and you really need to clean it up before you turn it in. So that's one way you can get rid of all those comments. Alright, so now it looks beautiful and I'm ready to turn it in, so I'm going to save it. And now you just stick it in the Dropbox.